celebrate too long, there's so many freaking Easter eggs. Look on the table. And then it moved in front of the door. That is Alexa Bliss's box. The box that she actually used to bring back the Fiend. Oh, we haven't seen it for so long. It's back. Is that a sign Alexa's in the Firefly Funhouse? It's very interesting that last time this was used, it was used to bring back the Fiend. And then we got told minutes after on the Funhouse TV that the Beast is rising. Right at the end, we'd actually see behind the Firefly Funhouse door all those creepy images that we'd see in Uncle Howdy vignettes. And this adds to the theory we came up with during the Funhouse match about how the Funhouse door behind it lay your darkest fears. I think that's what they're trying to represent there. But let's get to it. Everyone's favourite things you might have missed segment with a new graphic. I did some work, guys. It's Puppet Watch!
We interrupt this broadcast for an important message from Firefly Funhouse News.
Newsbreak.
You can't interrupt Puppet Watch! That's against my rules and it's my freaking don't panic. It's because the Puppet Watch was in Firefly Funhouse. Oh, I nearly panicked then. Ramblin' Rabbit had a lot of drip on as Bray Wyatt would give us some Funhouse news tonight. Uncle Howdy definitely did the weather. Very interesting what the numbers on screen mean, if they actually relate to anything. Be interesting to dig around that. We would then have Bray Wyatt. I don't know what this was meant to be. It was meant to be a game show of can you keep a secret? And then we got told the channel schedule is still can you keep a secret? Very interesting, because then he told us, if he told us a story, oh boy, could we keep the secret? What is the story? Look at the red light. The red light for the Fiend, perhaps? There's been so many teases of the Fiend coming back, and I know a lot of people are like, hey, but Bray Wyatt said the Fiend isn't coming back. Well, Bray Wyatt also told us he doesn't watch his matches back or his segments back, and again tonight, Bray Wyatt was watching himself back on the monitor. Bray Wyatt lies, people. Something else really interesting was Bray asked a question. Who opened the door? Obviously the door to the Funhouse, we saw it open. Well, I'm assuming it's the Fiend because of the red light. But the fact the Alexa Bliss box moved, could it be her? And also, why was Bray playing with action figures of The Undertaker? Obviously, those two had a moment on Raw, and that hasn't really been referenced by Bray again until he was playing with these action figures. I'm assuming something more is going to happen with that. But let's get on to something we do know, and that is WWE 2K23. And March 1st, there's an announcement. Look in the background of this image from their stream, okay? Bad news was obviously a sign of Bad News Barrett, but that is also Bray Wyatt's logo. Bray in the game? Oh my god. This is things you might have missed from Friday Night SmackDown. Make sure if you haven't already, hit the like button. It really helps the videos. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. In the main event segment of SmackDown, we'd see Sami Zayn trying to talk sense to Jimmy Uso. It was really interesting watching Jimmy's facial expressions, the emotion change. Sami Zayn was making sense to him. Jey Uso would appear. Jey would not get involved. Sami would get hit by Jimmy. Jey didn't get involved. Interestingly, Jey also didn't get involved when Sami haluva kicked Jimmy. He just stood there watching. Is Sami getting through to the Usos slowly? Or is it all going to backfire in Sami's face? Compelling TV. I love it. A massive happy birthday on Saturday for Nature Boy Ric Flair. A fact pointed out by Charlotte Flair on SmackDown this week as she came face to face with Dominick Mysterio. This was actually kind of cool, you know. We did get a huge reference to her husband, Andrade. Obviously, he's in AEW. Not by name, but she talked about him subtly. But of course, this has to be the first time I've ever wanted to see a Charlotte Flair match. And it's all because of Dominick Mysterio. He's so good, man. He's so good. And yes, we did get the face-to-face that WWE promised, so they didn't lie. But I need to ask you guys, who was it that took a sign saying Dom likes to drop soap? What are we doing? That's a thing. Oh, I can't believe it. Wrestling fans are brilliant. Finally, WWE on live TV put Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio together. Santos Escobar is face in this situation. Dominick Mysterio would come in disrespecting Rey. Santos Escobar sticking up for Rey Mysterio. I thought this was really well done. This is exactly what Escobar needs for people who are just casually watching to know he's the real deal. Well done, WWE. We started off SmackDown, though, with a 6-man tag. I thought this match was actually really fun. I really liked the dynamic of Madcap Moss in there with Ricochet and Braun. Just different, I suppose. Imperium won. No shock, really. But the fun part was Drew McIntyre coming out, having a stare down with Gunther. Of course, the rumour is he'll be involved in the IC title match at WrestleMania. Ironically, with the guy who would help him out again as the Viking Raiders attack Sheamus would save Drew McIntyre. Looks like they're going to do another tag match between those groups. I loved the ending of this as well. It felt very house showy to see the baby faces on each corner, the crowd going crazy. Thought that was fun. You might have seen the news, WrestleMania Backlash is no more, as May 6th, 2023, WWE Backlash is a thing. Honestly, I think this is a good move. But, talking of pay-per-views, Money in the Bank, July 1st in London, England. I've got tickets for this, I'm super hyped. But they went on sale today, the tickets, and they sold out in 1 minute. That is bizarrely cool. Well done, WWE. LA Knight was on SmackDown this week, and this was interesting. He cut a really cool promo about WrestleMania and how he doesn't really care about a WrestleMania moment. He's here to make money, win championships, but to do that, he has to go to WrestleMania. It didn't take long for him to be interrupted by the group he christened the Nerd Day, actually coming out. And do you know what? Kofi and LA Knight, in a short space of time, did a great job of making me want to see this match, which obviously followed the promos, and it was a good match. With the wrong ending. I gotta say it. I'm not trying to be a picky fan. LA Knight should have won this. LA Knight needs a little bit more of a highlight. I like Kofi. It's really hard to say, but I feel like this was LA Knight's match to win. Karrion Kross would defeat Rey Mysterio tonight on SmackDown with a little assistance and distraction from Dominick Mysterio. What would follow was just great TV. Watching Rey struggle, wanting to hit his son, Dominic asking him to hit him, but Rey saying no after months of frustration from Thanksgiving to Halloween to Christmas to the NASCAR races, Valentine's Day. It's all been going on in the Mysterio household. This is definitely WrestleMania bound. I can't wait. Rey versus Dom, sign me up. Ronda Rousey would call Tegan Nox Skittles. What? And then she would tell her next week, you will taste the rainbow. I don't know if that's PG, to be fair, but nonetheless, that's what happened, and we found out later on SmackDown this will be a tag team match next week. Let's see if Tegan Nox tastes the rainbow, shall we? Great SmackDown this week. Honestly, 8.5 out of 10 from me. Let me know your scores in the comment section down below. There may even be another video later on tonight. We'll have to see. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on notifications. You'll never miss the uploads. Like the video. Share the video. And I'll see you as always next time. Peace!